Yesterday was Labor Day. Had a nice long 3-day weekend. Back at it up here in Trinidad. It's a beautiful day. Look at that. Look at that. You can see the fog right there. That's cool. I love, you got all different types of weather patterns out here, and you can, yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, so what we're going to be tackling today is we've had to leave this open because just like that deck over there, this deck has all the linear drains in it because we framed it flat. So we have the valleys that have the little linear drains in it. So what we've been waiting on is for that to all get tied in, which that was waiting on us getting this in. And this is actually our drain. As you can see, all the drain lines come and connect into this 4-inch steel pipe. Now the point of this is to match the posts. So just to make it a little bit more incognito, and this kind of goes back to what I've talked about previously, we try to make everything really thoughtful. We don't just want to have just a big ugly PVC drain, or we wanted to try to make everything look intentional and kind of disguise as much as we can. So you can see we powder coated it black just like that and left a intentional gap here to be able to have rock right there. But to the untrained eye, it's just going to look like another post, but it'll be a drain. So now that that's all in, we're going to be getting all this tone and groove installed, and then we'll be done with tone and groove. So I'm the only one here for just a little while. Skylar's going to be on his way here in a little bit. Joey will be here a little bit later, but I'm just going to get started on that. Probably get the chop saw out and get everything prepped and ready and see what I can get done by myself. Look here, it's Skylar. Well, we thought we were going to get right to installing, but it's not the case. We thought that was all stained, ready to go. Just got to cut it down. But as you can see, we got the stain machine out. You know what that means? It was not. So we got to stain all that stuff, and yeah, so that's going to put us a little bit behind. But it's all right. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to get this stuff. It's a little bit windy, so I'm a little bit worried that might start kicking up dust, but it was a little bit damp, so we should be good for a while. End of the day, I was thinking this was going to go a lot faster than it actually was, but nope. Things just take more time than you think a lot. And actually, these boards were kind of a little bit iffy to work with. There were some cuppage and all sorts of stuff. So, is what it is. But I mean, we made some pretty decent progress. We got all those up, we got to the hard part, so tomorrow we'll get past cutting out all these lights and speakers and everything, and then it'll all just be gravy all the way to the wall. Then this will be D-U-N, well, sort of, because we're also going to be wrapping this beam in something, which the owner's actually here today, and so I mocked up 2 different possibilities for how we're going to wrap this beam. So hopefully we're going to get an answer on that. But yeah, so we're just gonna clean up and get out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow. Well, I just filmed an entire intro to today, and I wasn't filming, it was on photo. So I took 2 pictures, one when I meant to start the video and one when I meant to finish the video. So I'm gonna do it again. It's Wednesday. And I was talking about how beautiful it is around fall-ish time. Gosh, just look at that. Got that gradient there right before the sun comes up. And this is when This is when we have our best weather around here, because you'll have days from beginning to end that aren't foggy sometimes. But anyways, we are going to pick back up where we left off with the soffit here.
A few minutes later.
I'm not working on the soffit because there's no way I can get that by myself. Well, not efficiently at all. Tony's actually sick and Skylar has a day off, and Joey will be here in a little while. I'm not sure exactly what time, but yeah, I'm just actually going to start furring out the beam. And so it'll all be prepped. Joey's going to pick up the material to wrap that. And we did get an answer on it. We're going to do the hardy. So it's actually going to get wrapped in smooth hardy, kind of to match the fascia. So yeah, I'll get it all prepped. So when Joey shows up, we can wrap that beam and finish up the soffit. All right, end of the day. Just finishing up, getting everything all picked up, cleaned up, just double checking, make sure we didn't leave anything out. All right, so we got all furred out. We actually got it started. So you can see here, we got our bottom piece ran all the way down. And what we did here with the string, you can see. So we wanted to make sure that the bottom of the hardy was totally flat. So we'll back up. We're actually going to hang the sides of the hardy down about 1 inch, because obviously there's going to be little imperfections in the beam, and we just wanted that bottom edge to be laser straight. So we want to hang it down. We're actually going to hang it down 1 inch for a couple reasons. But the main reason to have it hang down at all is just so we can have it nice and flat. So we pull the string through. So we're just going to match the bottom edge of that 12-inch hardy down to that. Then to kind of tie in all the design elements of the rest of the house, we're going to put a piece of 5/4 by 3 prime cedar up there to cap the top, just like the rest of the fascia and like with the deck and everything like that, just to tie it all in, because that is going to be painted fascia color. So yeah, man, it's just one of those days where you don't feel like you got much done, but you worked really hard all day. That's what this was. I always underestimate how long furring is going to take. But anyways, clean it up, and we're going to get out of here and be back in the morning. Thursday morning, back at it. Skylar's fumbling around, trying to figure, hey, wait, nope, that's wrong. Beep.
Oh.
Hey, Skylar's back. He's not even dead. Not even a little bit. He's super alive.
Super alive. I'm here. I made it.
Yeah, that's all that matters. I mean, he might be a tiny bit dead, but it's okay. As long as he's here. So we're just gonna pick up where we left off with the beam and the soffit. And today we should be. Watch out. Kill shot. We should be totally done with that. It's probably gonna be like an all-day thing, because I always think that's going to go faster than it is. Once again, I need to make a compilation of all the times I say, well, that took longer than I thought, because everything takes longer than I think, usually. So yeah, we're just going to roll back into it. So we got the beam done. We're waiting for the caulking to dry so we can paint it. I'm really hoping we can paint it before the end of the day. But right now, Skylar and I are actually just nudging these lights over just a smidge because it was just this space in here isn't totally parallel. It's actually off by just a little bit. And so the electrician and the guy doing the audio, they had pulled other measurements from the wall of the house, but we started against the beam. So we're actually, we're just scooting the lights a little bit to match each course of our tongue groove, because if we don't, you would see that it deviates a little bit. So we just wanted to look laser straight. So that's what we're doing, in case you're wondering why we're pulling a string on the lights and everything. We're just scooting them over a little bit just to get it to where it all lines up on our seams. And just like that, the work week is over. Man, we got the beam done. We started just doing a little bit of brushing along the edges because we're just gonna roll the rest of it. No sense in trying to mask all this off and spray it. So we're just gonna hand roll it. But man, I'm just so happy with how this is all looking. Nice and clean. Skylar made a good point. It actually kind of looks like a steel beam. So it almost kind of ties in with all the steel we used in the house. But we didn't get much further on this. At least we got mostly past all the cans. We just have that one little piece left to go. And then the rest is gravy. Still probably another half day worth of trimming and finishing all this up. At least, maybe another full day. Probably just say a full day. But yeah, end of the day, just cleaning up. Joey and I are gonna keep working all weekend.
That's right.
long. No, the work never stops. So him and I are actually heading back up to the lake. We're gonna go build a new deck on the lake house and then start back over on Monday. So we're just gonna be working like 14 days straight this week and next week. Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's why we had a long weekend last week. So anyways, yep, cleaning up, getting out of here, and we'll be back on Monday.